Hey guys, it's the Icky Down Under down here. Going ahead to start do another Marvel Champions gameplay episode. This one featuring T'Challa, the Black Panther, going up against Norman Osborn, also known as the Green Goblin, along with the bomb scare scenario. I'll go ahead and shuffle my deck up real quick. T'Challa, is the alter ego. He comes in with a hand of 6, 11 hit points. He's a Wakanda king, and he has an ability called Foresight, which is during the setup. So you're going to search your deck for a Black Panther upgrade, and you're going to add to your hand, and you're going to shuffle your deck. As for Norman Osborn, we're going to come in with Norman Osborn 1 and 2 because we're playing standard. The risky business scenario and one standard in the extended counter set, and then the modular counter set is recommended to use Goblin gimmicks, but we're going to use Bomb Scare instead. And the setup is going to be you're going to put Criminal Enterprise environment into play and then shuffle the encounter deck and advance to stage 1B. So as you can see here, we already have Criminal Enterprise in play. Once it enters play, it comes in with 2 infamy counters per player on it, and if there are no infamy counters on it, flip Norman Osborn and Criminal Enterprise. So in a nutshell, when Criminal Enterprise has no tokens on it, you're going to flip over to State of Madness, and that's when Norman Osborn goes crazy and becomes a Green Goblin. So Norman Osborn, he's got a scheme of 2. He has a force interrupt for his attack. So when he would attack, you're going to place an infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise instead. And he has a force interrupt that when Norman Osborn would take any amount of damage, you're going to remove that many infamy counters from Criminal Enterprise instead. So for instance, if he has the 2 counters on there, we deal 2 damage, those go away, he gets crazy and becomes Green Goblin. The whole scenario to this scenario here is to try to build your board up as good as possible before you flip over to Green Goblin, because every time you flip over to Green Goblin, you'll take indirect damage. I believe it's 3 for level 1 and 4 for level 2. So we'll go ahead with this in place. We'll go ahead and advance to stage 1B. So Norman Osborn is holding the board meeting, planning to take over a branch of Stark Enterprises. It's going to have a threshold of 7 per player. It'll come in with a threat of 2 per player. And at the beginning of the villain phase, it'll advance. You'll put 1 threat per player. So setup's complete. So we'll go ahead and deal our cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we will search our deck for a Black Panther upgrade. Let's see here what we got here. So we got Tactical Genius, which we can remove a threat from a scheme and 2 threat instead. This is the final step of the sequence. Energy Daggers, so you can deal damage to the villain and to each enemy engaged with that player, and 2 damage instead. This is the final step of the sequence. Panther Claws, deal 2 damage to the enemy, 4 damage instead. This is the final step of the sequence. And Vibranium Suit, which is you get to move a damage from your hero to an enemy, 2 damage instead. This is the final step of the sequence. So we'll go ahead and take Panther Claws. And we'll add that to our hand. It's pretty unique with Black Panther because with his upgrades, Black Panther upgrades, you can't trigger them unless you play a card called Wakanda Forever. So hopefully you'll be able to see that in action. Also want to give a big shout out to all the subscribers. Thanks for supporting the channel. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. Spread the word on the Marvel Champions channel. I would greatly appreciate it. So we'll go ahead and look at our hands, see what we have. So we've got War Machine, Downtime, Enhanced Awareness, The Power in All of Us, The Power of Aggression, Wakanda Forever, and Panther Claws. So we'll go ahead and we'll do 1, 2 for Panther claws. And then we'll do 2 for mental awareness. So mental awareness is a 2-cost upgrade. It's going to come in with 3 mental counters. And then it's a hero resource where you get the exhaust enhanced awareness to remove 1 mental counter from it to generate a mental resource. And like I said before, Panther Claws is a 2-cost upgrade. And it's a special attack, so you cannot be stunned. If you're stunned, you can't use this ability, so you deal 2 damage to an enemy, 4 damage instead. This is the final step of the sequence. That leaves us War Machine Wakanda Forever. We're not going to play any of them. So we'll go ahead and flip over to Black Panther. He's an Avenger. He's a Wakanda Avenger. He has a hand size of 5 with 11 hit points, a thwart of 2, an attack of 2, and a defense of 2. And he also has retaliate 1. So after he's attacked, he's going to deal 1 damage back to the attacking carry. So we'll go ahead and we will thwart for 2, taking it down to 0. And then we will end our turn and bring our hand back up to 5, giving us Nerves of Steel, the power in all of us, and team building exercise. So we'll go ahead and advance hostile takeover by 1. Norman Osborn will attack, but he has to force interrupt, so he doesn't attack. Instead, we put an infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise. And then we'll take an encounter card, giving us advance so the villain schemes. So he's going to scheme for 2 plus an additional 1 for 3, bringing it to 4. So we have turn again. So we'll go ahead and we'll spend the power of all of us, which doubles the number of resources this card generates when paying for a basic card. So we'll put team building exercise into play. It's a 2-cost support. It's a hero action. Exhaust team building exercise to play a card from your hand that shows a trigger your hero, reducing its cost by 1. So we'll trigger that. We'll exhaust mental awareness to spend a resource. Two. So that's 2. And then we'll do, let's see, so that's 1. And then we'll spend Nerves of Steel and Wakanda Forever to 3, bringing in War Machine because he's an Avenger, which matches the trait with Black Panther's trait of Avenger. He's a 4-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, and he comes in with tough. And then War Machine's basic attack gains ranged, so range attacks ignore retaliate. And then we'll go ahead and thwart again for 2, bringing us down to 2. We'll end our turn and ready back up. We'll draw our hand size back up to 5, giving the stepper back down. Shuri, Wakanda Forever, never back down, and sidestep. Go ahead and advance the scheme by 1, bring it to 3. Norman Osborn will not attack because he can't, so he gets to interrupt, bringing Criminal Enterprise to 4. Go ahead and get in the counter card, giving us Assault. So when revealed in Alter Ego, the card's getting surged. When revealed in the hero mode, the villain is on attack. He doesn't attack, so we'll get another token on Criminal Enterprise, bringing it up to 5. So we'll go ahead and do our turn. We'll do exhaust team building exercise to spend 1 resource to put in Shuri. She's a 2-cost ally. Has 1 thwart, 1 attack. She'll take a damage when she uses those basic abilities. Comes with 3 health. Genius Wakanda. So response after Shuri earns play, you search your deck for an upgrade and add to your hand and shuffle your deck. We'll go ahead and search for an upgrade. This time I think we will bring in Tactical Genius. We got add to our hand. Shuffle our deck. And let's see here, we'll go ahead and spend 1, 2 for Tactical Genius. So it's a 2-cost upgrade. It's a Black Panther skill. It has a special thwart action, so you can't be confused. To use this to remove a threat from the scheme, 2 threat instead of this is the final step of the sequence. You must play the Wakanda Forever event to use this ability. Let's go ahead and Shuri will punch for 1. Bringing it down to 4. We'll exhaust mental awareness, spend a resource to play Wakanda Forever. It's a 1-cost event. It's a tactic. It's a hero action. Resolve a special ability of each Black Panther upgrade you control in the order, resolving each ability in the step in the sequence. So, first thing we'll do, we'll trigger Panther Claw, so we'll deal 2 damage to an enemy, bringing this down to 2. And then we'll trigger Tactical Genius. So since this is the final step of the sequence, we'll go 2 threat instead of 1. Now I have a choice. I can either thwart, or I can attack Norman Osborn and let him change. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I'll just take the thwart off. There we go. No, end my turn. As you can see, I'm not doing nothing with War Machine because if I use his Baker's ability, his tough is going to go away because he'll take a damage. So I'll use his as my blocker whenever it's time. So there's Vibranium, Second Wind, Sidestep, Endurance, and the Queen Carrier. Okay, we'll go ahead and advance the scheme. To 1, 1 attack, putting that to 3, getting an encounter card, giving us advance, so the villains are going to scheme again. He'll scheme for 2, plus another 2, putting it to 4. So that makes it 5. And then it's a boost icon, so you'll place it in. We also get the boost ability here, so he's going to place an infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise, and you cannot remove 1 madness counter for State of Madness. So he'll get another Criminal Enterprise counter, bringing that to 4. Be back to our turn. We'll go ahead and trigger team build and exercise to spend 2. Using Vibranium with his 2 wild resources to put in the Queen Carrier because the traits match for Avenger. Queen Carrier is an Avenger vehicle. Black Panther is a Wakanda Avenger. And then it's going to give us, going to play if our name has an Avenger trait, and we're going to exhaust it to generate a wild resource, and we'll go ahead and do that now. To play Endurance, 1-cost upgrade gives us 3 hit points, max 1 per player. Boosting is up to 14. Sure, you'll thwart for 1. Bring it down to 4. Should take a damage. And then we'll thwart for 2. Bring it down to 2. And then we'll end our turn. Bring our cards back up. Drawing multiple man, Vibranium, and the Golden City. So the threat will go up 1 to 3. We'll take 1 infantry counter because he's attacking. Bring that to 5. And then our counter card, so Oscorp Manufacturing. Yeah, it comes in with 2 threat, and then if he's Norman Osborn, will come with an additional threat, so that's 3. And yeah, also you'll also gain an acceleration token. Well, we won't get an acceleration token, but we'll get an additional threat to be at stage 1 of the villain scheme, villain phase. Goes back to us. What do we want to do? I'd like to play multiple man, but you can only have 3 allies. So, because multiple man have, you could put up 3 copies of them in there, and so I'll be tapped out. So I don't want to do that. We need to start getting rid of some stuff. Yeah. What do I want to do here? Let's do this. Straight for 1. Knocking that down to 2. Which will knock her out. We'll 4 for 2. Get rid of that. Then we'll do 2. Use the Vibranium with his double wild resource to put Golden City in. Actually, no, we'll hold on to that. We'll trigger team build next size reduced by 1. We'll use a second win to pay for Golden City, so we're only going to pay 1. Now, it's going to be just about time to start attacking him. So we'll go ahead and end our turn. Actually, no, not yet. We'll go ahead. We'll hit him for 2. That'll take the tough off. That's fine. And then we'll end our turn. Draw 2 cards. Expert defense. And another multiple man. So advance by 1. Going at the 4. 1 attack. So this will put this to 4. Counter card. Private Security Specialist. He's a minion. Drill scheme. When attacked 4 hit points, he has guard. So when this minions engage with you, you cannot attack the villain. Let's do. Let's do this. He'll attack for 2. Putting that down to 2. I'll attack for 2. Flipping State of Madness over. So State of Madness is play with 2 madness counters on it. And if there are no madness counters, we're going to flip Green Goblin State of Madness over. So now, since we're in State of Madness, his Normalizer will now turn to Green Goblin. He has a Force Interrupt for a scheme, so when he would scheme, you're going to remove a madness counter from State of Madness. And he comes in with 3 attack, and when he's revealed, you're going to deal 3 indirect damage to each player in a hero form. So, what I'll do, I'll trigger Queen Carrier to spend a resource, to spend an energy resource to play Sidestep. It's a 1-cost event, so it's a hero up for defense. So when you would take any amount of damage, you're going to prevent 3 of that damage. And if you paid for this using an energy card, with energy resource, which we did, you're going to deal 1 damage to an enemy. So deal 1 damage to the Goblin, putting him down to 13. And he should have a hit point. That will end our turn. So this scheme will go up to 5. Ready these back up. Goblin will attack for 3. We'll take it. Not going to defend 3. Plus 1 is 4. Not going to down to 10. And then security guy will hit us for 1. Knocking us down to 9. We'll take an encounter card. False alarm. Treachery card. So once revealed, you're going to be confused. And if you're already confused, this card gains surge. So now we're confused, so we can't use any thwart abilities. And then it is our turn. So, no, we didn't defend, so that's right. Let's do this. War Machine's going to thwart for 2. Bringing that down to 3. We'll hit the security guy for 2. War Machine takes another damage. And then we will write everybody back up. Draw a card up to 5, so then we'll get a Vibranium. Villain phase, that advances to 1, so that goes to 4. Goblin's going to attack. War Machine's going to defend because he's only got 1 health left, so he'll do 3. Plus 1 is 4, taking out War Machine. Oh, I forgot about his retaliate. So, oh boy, he's going to get a damage because he attacked Black Panther. And so then he'll attack Black Panther for 1 to 8, retaliate 1, knocks the guard away. And then a counter card. All days works, a treachery card. So when revealed, place 2 infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise. If you cannot, remove 2 madness counters from State of Madness. So, which means Norman's all calmed down now. So goes back to Criminal Enterprise, which means he goes back to Norman Osborn. Ergo, let's do 2, 4 for multiple man. He's a 4-cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack. He'll take a damage when he uses any of those basic abilities. 2 hit points. Has the X factor, and it has a response after multiple man enters play. Search your deck and hand for a copy of multiple man and put it into play. Shuffle your deck as if it will search this way. So we search our hand. Oh look, there's another multiple man. And guess what? You get to trigger it again. So now we get to search our hand or search our deck for Another copy multiple main. So now we got 3 of them in there. Now we shuffle our deck up. We'll go ahead and punch them for 2. Flipping that over, making them change back to the Goblin. It comes 3 indirect damage. So I could have each of these cats take 1. In my turn, drawing up, giving us the Vibranium Suit, Flappable, Energy Daggers, and Warlock. Scheme will put 5. He'll attack for 3. We'll block with 1 multiple man. He'll do 3. Plus 1 is 4. And boost ability, so place 1 infamy counter on Chrome Enterprise if you cannot remove 1 madness counter for State of Madness. So that gets 1 taken away. That 1's gone. Leaving those 2 still in play. We'll take a counter card. Caught off guard when revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains search. Let's go ahead and scrap awareness. It's our turn, so we'll go ahead and do team building exercise to pay 1 for the Vibranium Suit, so it's a 2-cost upgrade. It's armor, it's a Black Panther upgrade, it has special and attack action, so you move 1 damage from your hero to an enemy, 2 damage instead. This is the final step of your sequence. And then let's go 1, 2 for the Energy Daggers. So it's a 2-cost upgrade, the Black Panther upgrade. Special, choose a player, deal 1 damage to his villain and to each enemy engaged with that player. Deal 2 damage instead. This is the final step of the sequence. Let's go ahead and work for 2. Well, we can't work because we're confused, so guess we have to hit them for 2, I guess. Knock them down to 11. And then go ahead and bring everybody back up. And then we'll draw back up to our hand size, giving us a Helicarrier, Wakanda Forever, Ancestral Knowledge, and another Wakanda Forever. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and manage the scheme. Up to 6. Goblin will attack for 3. We'll block with that multiple main. 3 plus 1 is 4, and the boost ability, place 1 infamy counter on Enterprise if you cannot remove 1 madness counter State of Madness. So that multiple main is now gone. State of Madness. We'll flip back over to Criminal Enterprise, bringing us back to Storm and Norman. And we'll take an encounter card. Private Security Specialist. Our turn again. Those should be readied up. Let's see here. We'll do the coin carrier, the helicarrier. Actually, no. We'll do this. We'll shake the thwart off, so we'll get rid of the confused. We'll spend one for Wakanda Forever. So it's a one-cost event. It's a hero action. Resolve the special ability of each Black Panther upgrade you control in any order. Resolving each ability is a step in this sequence. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's do 2 damage to an enemy. So it has to be on the guard. Let's do the energy daggers. It's not an attack, so it'll bypass guard. So we'll choose a player, deal 1 damage to the villain and to each enemy engaged with that player. So that will go to 3. They'll get 1 off of Criminal Enterprise. Let's do the Vibranium suit. So move 1 damage from your hero to an enemy. So that's 9. Taking out this private security guard, which leaves the Tactical Genius last. So since it's the last step of the final step of the sequence, we're going to move 2 threat instead. So 6 minus 2 is 4. Let's go ahead and spend 1. Let's go there. Let's see. Go ahead and spend 1. We'll do Wakanda Forever again. So we'll do 2 damage to enemy. Taking that. Flipping back over. We'll take the 3. Down to 6. Then we'll deal another damage to the villain. Putting down to 10. We'll move a damage from a hero to an enemy. So we'll go up to 7. He'll go down to 9. And then last step, we'll take 2 threat off. Putting that down to 2. go ahead, flip over to T'Challa. With Exhaust Golden Seed, they draw 2 cards, giving us expert defense and second wind. Then we'll spend 3 to put Warlock into play. He's a 3-cost ally. 1 port will attack. He'll take a damage when he uses any of those abilities. 3 hit points. X Factor. And has action, and you get to spend a mana resource to heal up to 2 damage from Warlock. So he'll go ahead and he'll punch for 1. 1 down to 8. Now in our turn, then we'll draw cards up. The hand side is 6. Team building exercise. We counter forever. We decked ourselves, so we get in the counter card. Shuri, expert defense, War Machine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Vibranium. Villain's turn, this will go to 3. Goblin, he will take 1 off because we're an alter ego because he doesn't scheme. Drawing an encounter card. First encounter card is a higher gun, so when revealed, choose either give the villain 1 face down boost card or place 2 infamy counters at Criminal Enterprise. Well, we can't put 2 infamy counters at Criminal Enterprise, so we have to give the villain a boost card. And then the second one is, shouldn't be that. But that shouldn't be any. The obligations are in there, so then we'll get another higher gun. So we got to do it again. Ugh. Now back to our turn. Let's go ahead. Warlock will hit the higher gun for 1. We'll go ahead and Shuri's action spend on mental resource. This is a wild, so we can act as a mental resource because it doesn't say printed to heal 2 up. So we'll heal him back up. It's to build an exercise to put Shuri in for 1. So the average play, we search our deck for an upgrade. So we got now enhanced awareness, nerves of steel, unflappable. Downtime. Actually, yeah, downtime would be pretty good, I think. And then Shuri will hit 1 for 1. And make 2. do War Machine for downtime, giving us +2 recovery. Let's go ahead and exhaust and see to draw 2 cards. Should have done that beforehand. Let's do 2 for team building exercise. Let's heal for 4 + 2, so heal for 6, putting us at 13. And we'll flip over to Black Panther. We'll spend 1 for Wakanda Forever. So let's see, we're 14. So let's go ahead, let's do the Vibranium suit to put us at 14 to deal 1 duel enemy. So let's do 1 of the higher gun, taking him out. Then let's remove a threat from the scheme. Let's deal damage to the villain to each enemy engaged with the player. So 7, 1. That then, since it's the final step, we'll deal 4 damage to an enemy. So we'll deal 4 to Green Goblin, weighing down to 3. We'll go ahead and end our turn. Then we'll draw back up for Power of Protection, Power All of Us, Vibranium, and Sidestep. So scheme will go up to 3. Goblin will attack. He has 2 boost cards, plus he'll get another one, so we're definitely going to block with multiple main. So his first boost card is going to be plays a win free counter on Criminal Enterprise if you cannot remove 1 madness counter from State of Madness. So State of Madness goes back to Criminal Enterprise. Just flips him back over to Mormon. So I don't know how that resolves with the boost card. Maybe it just stays. It's got it because you can't attack. You can't attack with a boost card, so that's got to be. That has to be it. Harry Gun will attack for 2. Let's we'll just take it. 12. Retaliate 1. And then we'll get an encounter card. So yeah, if anybody knows that rule, to clarify that rule about what happened, please let me know in the comments, because I'm pretty sure that the attack's done because he can't. So Mormon can't attack, and you don't use boost icons for like there's boost cards as far as I know. And we'll play all day. Then the encounter card is all the day's work. So place 2 infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise. You cannot remove 2 bandits counters for State of Madness. So this goes up to 4. Then it will be our turn. We have resources and really can't use any of them. So let's just do this. Warlock will punch for 1. Put it down to 3. We'll take 1. Sure, you will punch for 1. Bring it down to 2. So take the damage. Let's go ahead and hit him for 2. Put him back. It's a goblin. 3 indirect damage. Warlock will take 1. We'll take the other 2. Actually, no, I'll take that back. We'll spend an energy resource to play Sidestep to prevent 3 of that damage, and then using the energy resource, well, this is a wild, so it's going to act as an energy resource, do 1 damage to an enemy. So let's go ahead and get the iron gun out of here. Yep, that'll end our turn. And we'll draw up, giving us another Sidestep. So, Steam goes to 4. Goblin will attack. We'll use multiple mana block. So he'll do 3 plus 4, 5, and a boost. Boost ability. Place an infamy counter for criminal enterprise. You cannot remove 1 madness counter for state of madness. So that brings that back down to 1. So you guys 3, 4, 5. Let's use multiple manas now out of here. There you go, for just Warlock and Shuri. And you get the counter card. All days work. So place 2 infamy counters of criminal enterprise. You cannot remove 2 madness counters from state of madness. Let me keep this back over to Norman again. Back to our turn. Let's go ahead and punch him for 2. That should be ready up. Punch him for 2. Dropping him back. 3 indirect damage. Trigger Queen Carrier. Play Sidestep. To prevent the 3. To give 1 damage to the Goblin. Warlock will thwart for 1, bringing it down to 1, bring it down to 3, he takes a damage. We'll go ahead and play Power All of Us, using the wild resource as a mental to trigger the action to heal. It's to spend a mental resource to heal the 2 damage from Warlock. Then we'll end it there. Drawing another Vibranium and mental awareness. And these are kind of forevers, man. So let's go to 4. Goblin's going to attack. We'll block with Shuri. He'll do 3, 4 in the boost side counter. Place 1 infamy counter on criminal enterprise if you cannot remove 1 madness counter from state of madness. So that goes down to 1. 4 damage. Shuri's out again. Counter card. Hydra Bomber. 1 scheme, 1 attack, 2 health. When revealed, players either take 2 damage or place 1 throughout the main scheme. And 2 that equal to 6. We'll take the damage. Down to 10. Yeah, our turn. Wait, raise back up. Let's spend 2 for enhanced awareness. Let's go ahead and fort for 2. Bring it down to 2. We'll attack for 1. 1 damage. And then let's play Powerball of Us. So you get the double number of resources this card generates for playing for a protection card. It's a wild resource. And then we'll do a Queen Carrier for the 3rd resource. To play second wind is an action. Heal 4 damage for identity. 5 damage instead you play for this card using the mental resource, which we did because we did a wild or a wild. So it doesn't matter because it acts as a mental. Giving us 5, hitting up to 5. Our max is 14, so we'll go back up to 14. Then we'll end our turn there. Ready everything back up. Drawing into multiple man, Wakanda Forever, a Helicarrier, and another Wakanda Forever. We have any multiple mans in the discard pile. Let's see. There's 1. There's 1 in there. Alright, let's go ahead and villain phase. This goes to 3. Goblin will attack. Let's defend. He'll do 3. Plus another 3 at 6. We have a defensive 4 or defensive 2. So he'll deal 4 damage, putting this down to 10. Retaliate 1, putting the Goblin down to 1 health. Hydra Bomber will attack. We'll take that. Down to 9. Retaliate 1 triggers. So the Hydra Bomber's gone. Taking the counter card. Save affairs. So either child of Hilarious is obligation. So you can either exhaust child, move affairs, and stay from the game, or choose to discard Black Panther upgrade you control and discard its obligation. Tough. Because if we go with Alter Ego, he's going to scheme. He'll scheme. Well, no, because he'll scheme, but he won't be able to put any more. Let's do that. Let's just flip him over. Get that out of the game. Okay, now it'll be our turn. Let's go ahead and hit Warlock 0. Takes out Green Goblin 1. Putting in Green Goblin level 2. This time he has 4 attack, and then we deal 4 indirect damage to each player. So that'll take us down to 5. He comes in with 18 hit points. Go ahead and flip over. Then let's spend the mental resource to heal Warlock back up. let's go 3, 2, 3 for a helicarrier. I should have triggered Golden Sea. That's all right. So I got 2 kind of forevers. So let's go ahead. Use the helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1, giving us a free Wakanda Forever. So let's go ahead and deal. One damage. Let's remove 1 threat. Down to 2. So we did that one. We did that one. Let's move 1 damage from us to the villain, up to 6, down to 16, and then finally dealing another 4 damage, down to 12. And then let's do 1 exhaustive awareness to spend a resource to play the other Wakanda Forever, doing it all over again, removing 1 threat, dealing 1 damage, moving 1 damage up to 7, putting it on him, which is 10, dealing 4 damage, down to 6. That will end our turn. Ready everything back up. Draw cards. Expert defense. Ancestral knowledge. Power on all of us. Multiple main. And another Wakanda Forever. Alright, so this will go to 1. Goblin will attack for 4. We'll go ahead and defend and spend the expert defense. So when our hero defends against an attack, we get +3 defense. So we'll have a defense of 5. He has an attack of 4, an attack of 5, defense of 5. So no damage is done there. And then the encounter card. Shadows of the Past. Oh boy. So we reveal your set aside nemesis minion and put it into play, engage with you. So here comes Killmonger. Killmonger is an assassin elite mercenary with 5 health, 2 scheme, 2 attack, and Killmonger cannot take any damage from any Black Panther upgrade. So Wakanda Forever does not work on him whatsoever. Then we're bringing in his side scheme, which is Usurp the Throne. It comes in with 3 threat, and we'll get an additional encounter card. And then we take the remaining cards and shuffle them inside the encounter deck. Goblin's at 6 health, and hopefully we should be able to take him out this round. Hopefully. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead. Wakanda Forever. We'll exhaust helicarrier. Give us a free Wakanda Forever to remove a threat. Putting it down to 2. Dealing a damage to the villain. Putting down to 5. Killmonger. Nothing's going to happen to him. We'll move the damage from us down to 8. Putting Goblin down to 4. And then finally, so we did the vibranium suit, we did the daggers, we did tactical genius. Last is Black Panther calls. It's the last in the sequence. Deal 4 damage instead. Bringing Goblin down to 0. Killmonger comes in a little bit too late to try to take out T'Challa's throne, and we wind up preventing Noel Norman from taking over Stark Industries. So I'm sure that Tony will be happy about that. Anyway, that's the game. Like I said, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys next time.